things I want to talk about is that I have recently discovered, I guess, about myself that I have shifted from that person who used to be the person who could always start things and never finish them. And now I've gotten to the person where I can't start the things, but once I start the thing, I'm pretty much gonna finish it. And this is very frustrating and annoying because one of the main things that has affected is my craft. And that is just all of the no. Now, little disclaimer here. All the things I'm saying that I'm not doing, I am not saying that if you don't do them or anyone doesn't do them, then you are not a witch or you shouldn't feel like a witch or any of those things. No, no, no. This is personally for me, things that really benefit me and do really well for me. I have been avoiding or neglecting for some reason, and making myself do them works because there's something about the fact that, I don't know, sometimes you feel like you have to feel into it. It has to be the perfect moment, the perfect time. You have to feel the intuition and your gut is connected with the cosmos for you to be able to do witchcraft. And I don't necessarily always agree with that. Like, definitely I have had those times, but there's been a lot of me waiting to feel that extra magical vibe for me to do the witchcraft, for me to do the ritual, to connect with stuff. And why? I've been really good about going on walks, spending on time in nature, especially like going into the woods and, you know, really getting in with the trees, or like spending time in a really nice big old park and just like putting my bare damn feet on the grass, because I haven't done that in gosh knows how long. And that's been great, especially when connecting with Loki this month. I've let myself kind of like feel into whatever, but suddenly I have felt a lot of this, like, what the hell are you doing? You feel the need, you want to connect to other stuff, you want to spend time at your altar, you want to do a daily drop of runes and things, and I just, for some reason, haven't been doing it. And I always think like, oh, I should do that, and then I like titter off, and suddenly like I'm scrolling on Instagram for God knows how long, or I'm, you know, watching another show on Amazon or Netflix or whatever, what have you, right? It's like, why? Like, I'm happy I'm prioritizing my health. I'm happy that I am, you know, giving at least a daily meditation of at least 5 minutes to my deity of the month. And so like last month was Persephone, and I was really damn good about that. And I have been, whether it's meditating while I'm walking, meditating right before bed, meditating in my yoga practice, and dedicating that class, that session, what have you, to Loki. I've been doing that all the time, wearing this necklace for the most part as a bit of like an emblem for him. I've been good with that. But I specifically really want to sit at my altar, and I finally made myself freaking do it yesterday. I sat down and was like, no, I'm spending 30 minutes. I am lighting a freaking candle, a candle I bought early mid-June, because I was like, no, for some reason gray and that constant fluctuations and stuff really feels very Loki. And it's interesting because as I was messing with Persephone a lot, there was a whole ton of Loki energy just kind of like traipsing, like, oh, I'm next, it's next to me, and like I'm feeling a lot of Sobek too, going like, hey, what's up? But it's like, no, this one is dedicated to not you right now, to the other one. But I bought the candle to then put it on my altar to be like, when it is Loki's month, I'm going to do a lot of meditating on my altar with directly at this candle. And one of the things I'm not doing within these 3 months is I am pushing myself to not do any sort of quick, easy magic for more, I don't know, some people call it low magic, or, you know, the more basic, like no money magic, no magic centered around my health. Like, I'm doing things for my health, but all of the things are kind of like a dedication still to the deities. And every time I do any sort of meditation or ritual, it is always a gratitude thing to them, right? So I sat my ass down at my altar and I am giving all sorts of gratitude to Loki. And it was the most oddest meditation I've had about Loki in a long time. One, because I felt he has been absent. And in these meditations, there have been a whole lot of just feeling like he was on the edges, right? But then still like very much with me. And there was the same thing with Persephone. And it was a lot of me just like, it doesn't matter if they're there or present. I'm not trying to pick up some lesson right now. I am just trying to give them so much gratitude for all that they have done for me in the current moments, right? And so making myself just sit the frick down and do the damn meditation was so beneficial. And like today is the full moon in Capricorn, I believe, and there's like Mercury's in retrograde, we're in eclipse season, like the planets are having a moment, and I am still pushing myself to be like, okay, full moon, you know what that means? Big energy. You can feel the energy. I am forcing myself to like play with energy. I am forcing myself to read books, and I am forcing myself to then take all that energy that I am playing with and cultivating, and it goes right back into the gratitude, right back into the meditations, and it's given as like a huge gift of just a burst of like, thank you so freaking much to my deity, to Loki. And let me tell you, even though there are a lot of times I don't feel like doing it, especially because one of the things I did is because of this, oh hello light, you went away. But is this gonna adjust? Okay. That's still an issue. Yeah. Supposedly it's being fixed tomorrow. But that gave me the reason to rearrange my space a little bit. So like couch, bed area has cat on it right now. It's currently in a new place, and my desk got moved from out of my walk-in closet area to over in that corner. I guess this is turning into a little mini apartment door now. Chair is now by the windows. That's my robe on top of my mini fireplace or whatever. Like things got shifted a bit. And what happened to my altar is I ended up putting it in here. Whole little interior space, which is working well. You see my candle. I have actually lit because I'm actually working with stuff. But one of the things that really got on my nerves is the minute I moved my altar in here, I suddenly didn't feel as connected to sit at it. I don't know why. It's like this is actually an entire like little space right here. It's set up very nicely. Everything's kind of tucked away. It kind of feels like a more little, yes, this is where the witchcraft happens. But I didn't want to sit at it. I just never did. I even bought like this little like mud rug, mud mat, specifically for this area to fill it up. It felt very like, ooh, black order, but also nice. From an artist, craftsperson here in Portland. And it's like, great, you bought the things, you're doing the stuff. Why are you not actually sitting your ass down and doing it? And again, back to the importance of sometimes you don't have to feel into the things. Sometimes scheduling in your rituals and your craft and just making you freaking do the thing you really wanted to do all this time is important. Because sometimes we all get a little lazy. Sometimes mundane life gets too much in the way. Sometimes if you do not make something a freaking priority in your life, like literally force it the fucking there no matter how the hell you feel, then is it really a priority? And that is something where, like, I feel so connected when I have an altar. Again, if you don't like having altars, more power to you. I don't care. But for me personally, in my craft, having an altar and having a sacred space and having that altar be a place of magic and where I connect with my deities and the universe is so important. And the fact that I have not been spending time there, the fact that I haven't been pulling the runes like I said I wanted to, and now instead forcing myself to, the minute I did it, I was like, oh, so many amazing connections. I felt so much better about my practice, and I felt so connected to my deity. And like since I've been doing this like a whole month to each of them, it doesn't matter what the hell I'm doing, at least 5 minutes of my freaking day has to be committed to my deities. Me giving, not asking, not taking, not looking for comfort, even though a lot of times that's what they end up giving. And even though there is a less like Persephone couldn't help but like, okay, you've been meditating with me, and whether or not you've been looking for it, you still ask kind of for a little suggestion, a little lesson. So she gave me one. And Loki has been kind of doing the same thing, even though I'm trying my hardest. I'm like, no, I'm not. I feel myself asking, but I'm trying not to ask. I'm trying just to give good old-fashioned gratitude and love that has helped me improve my life so much. And forcing myself to dang do that, it's been important. Also forcing myself to freaking film videos when I like think of them, as opposed to being, is it good enough, is it not, I don't know. I don't know, something about the summer and this month of July has really kicked my ass into going, you know, all those things you kind of want to freaking do when it regards to your health, your spirituality, all of your goals. Stop freaking complaining and stop freaking doing random other crap, Sam. Like, you've had your rest time, and your rest time is great, and within that rest time you can maybe take that time where you feel, wow, I really wasted that nonsense, and instead do what you want to do, which is stuff like take more sacred baths, sit down in virtual space and give gratitude to your deities, manipulate the energies, and go sit in a park for an hour and feel into the nature and commune with the sun and the moon. I literally went on a walk the other day and I saw the moon rising. It wasn't entirely full quite yet, but all of that, taking that moment and just standing there, taking in that energy and like feeling into that moment. Oh, I felt so witchy and so in tune with stuff. So sometimes you just gotta force yourself to do the dang thing. So maybe you're in need of some self-love right now because the universe is being a bit of it. But if you find yourself doing a lot what I did, which was saying, I'm gonna do the things, ask yourself one, are you being too grandiose with it? Because that's the fact, like, lower your expectations, make something more unrealistic what you could do. But if what you want to do is entirely realistic and totally within your time and you have just been a bit of a lazy witch, then I guess take the tough love that I've given myself and make it myself do it. And I hope that it inspires you to go do the thing you really want to do. Even if it's just for 5 minutes, at least you did it for 5 minutes. Who knows what you'll accomplish with 20,000 little 5-minute increments, right? Anyway, I make new videos every single week and I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye.